Welcome to the Daily Absurdities.
Let's get started.
I once spent an entire afternoon teaching myself how to juggle 3 avocados, only to realize I don't even like avocados. Welcome to my life. Hey there, folks. This is Daily Absurdities, the podcast where I, your host, Jake, Why Am I Like This Thompson, dive face first into the glorious, ridiculous, laugh until you snort chaos of everyday American existence. Grab a seat, maybe a coffee, or, one of those overpriced oat milk lattes if you're feeling extra, and let's unpack the absolute lunacy we all deal with daily. You ever catch yourself doing something so pointless you wonder if you're secretly starring in a prank show? Like, who's writing the script because they need a raise? Today, we're going to riff on the absurd skills we've all mastered that are about as useful as a selfie stick in a power outage. Plus, all the other weird rituals we pretend make sense. So buckle up, because this absurdity train is leaving the station. Choo-choo, baby! Let's start with those hyper-specific life skills we've all got tucked away. The ones that sound impressive in our heads but are completely useless in the real world. Take me, for example. I'm an absolute legend at untangling earbuds. You know those little wired nightmares that somehow tie themselves into a sailor's knot the second you shove them in your pocket? I can take a pair of earbuds that look like they've been through a blender and have them straight and ready in under 2 minutes. I'm out of here moving my fingers like I'm cracking a safe, feeling like a genius. And for what? Nobody's ever walked up to me and said, "Jake, your earbud untangling game is fire." No, they're too busy asking why I'm still using wired earbuds in 2025. Good question, Karen, because I'm broke, that's why. But seriously, you ever spend hours perfecting something like that? Something so niche it's practically performance art? And don't even get me started on my ability to perfectly balance a grocery bag on each arm while unlocking my front door. Oh, you know this move. You're coming back from the store with like 12 bags because who makes 2 trips? And you've got to get that key in the lock without dropping the eggs. I'm like a circus performer out there, bag swinging, knees up, doing a little dance to keep it all together. I've got this down to a science. I can distribute the weight, find the key, and twist that lock in one fluid motion. Olympic judges would give me a 10. But what's the payoff? I get inside, realize I forgot milk, and now I'm eating dry cereal like a sad caveman. You ever nail a skill like that and wonder why you bothered? Like, congratulations, Jake, you're the world champ of not dropping tomatoes. Where's my trophy? Speaking of trophies, I'm also a master at gaming the self-checkout machine. You know those things at the grocery store that act like they're programmed by a toddler? Please place the item in the bagging area. I did, you robot tyrant. Unexpected item in the bagging area. What, my hopes and dreams? Because those are the only things I'm losing here. I've gotten so good at this, I could teach a seminar. I know exactly how to scan my bananas without triggering a red alert, how to bag my bread so it doesn't get squished, and how to sweet-talk the machine into not calling for an employee. I'm basically the self-checkout whisperer. But let's be real, what's that skill worth? Nothing. I'm not putting self-checkout sorcerer on my resume, although maybe I should. You think HR is going to care? Jake, tell us about a time you solved a problem under pressure. Well, I once scanned a frozen pizza without summoning a manager, so hire me. Oh, hang on, I got a fake email from a listener because you guys are apparently blowing up my inbox. This one is from Totally Real Mike in Ohio. Mike writes, "Jake, love the show, but what's the most useless skill you've ever learned?" Oh, Mike, you're too kind. Send me some of that Ohio chili, will you? Most useless skill? Probably my ability to predict exactly when my Wi-Fi is going to crap out. I'm like a weatherman for bad internet. Yep, it's 8 p.m., time for the router to start acting like it's haunted. I've spent hours unplugging, replugging, and whispering sweet nothings to that blinking box. And for what? So I can watch 30 seconds of The Office before it buffers into oblivion? Thanks for the question, Mike. Keep it spicy out there. All right, let's pivot. Smooth as a sunny day, baby, to another daily absurdity. Our obsession with hacking every single second of our lives. You ever notice how we're all out here acting like we're one app away from becoming a billionaire? I got this app that's supposed to turn me into a morning person. Step 1, wake up at 4:30 a.m. Step 2, drink a glass of lemon water while doing yoga. Step 3, journal your gratitude. Look, I'm grateful if I don't stub my toe on the way to the bathroom at 9 a.m. But I tried it, okay? I set my alarm, chugged some lemon water, burned my throat, by the way, and attempted downward dog. Ended up looking like a drunk flamingo. And the journaling? My entry was, Dear Diary, I'm tired and I hate lemons. Productivity? 0. Absurdity? Off the charts. Why do we do this? Why do we think a yoga pose is going to make us CEO of our own lives? And don't even get me started on meal prepping. Oh, you know the type. The people with 47 Tupperware containers, each with a perfectly portioned quinoa salad. Meanwhile, I'm over here eating a Hot Pocket that's been in my freezer since the Bush administration. I tried meal prepping once, spent my entire Sunday chopping vegetables, cooking chicken, feeling like I'm on Chopped. By Wednesday, I'm staring at my sad chicken breast like, we gotta stop meeting like this. Started negotiating with my fridge. Come on, give me something else. Spoiler, the fridge didn't care. But we're all supposed to be these hyper-efficient robots, right? Plan your meals, plan your workouts, plan your fun. When did fun need a Google Calendar invite? Whatever happened to just living? Let's talk about another useless skill, mastering the art of small talk with strangers. Oh, you're all pros at this, don't lie. You're stuck in an elevator or waiting at the DMV because apparently we're all residents of DMV land now, and you gotta fill the silence with something that doesn't make you sound like a serial killer. So you hit them with, crazy weather we're having, huh? And they nod like you just dropped some Einstein-level wisdom. Meanwhile, you're both thinking, why are we talking about rain? I'm so good at this, I could go pro. I can riff on the humidity, the traffic, or that one weird smell in the subway for a solid 15 minutes without breaking a sweat. But what's it good for? Nothing. Unless you count avoiding awkward silences as a life skill, which, honestly, I do. You ever try to end one of those conversations? It's like trying to escape quicksand. Well, have a good one. And they're still talking about their cousin's barbecue. Send help! And speaking of pointless talents, I'm a wizard at gaming fast food drive-thrus. I'm not proud of this, but I can time my order to avoid the lunch rush, charm the employee into tossing in an extra sauce packet, and get my food faster than you can say, can you make it quick? It's like I'm running a heist. Give me a burger, no onions, and let's move, Chad. And Chad, God bless him, delivers. But what's the reward? I save 30 seconds and get a free ketchup packet that I'll never use. Meanwhile, my car smells like fries for a week, and I'm wondering if I peaked in life at a Wendy's window. You ever feel like you're winning at something nobody cares about? That's me, every Tuesday. Oh, another fake email. This one is from Linda in Florida. Linda writes, Jake, you're hilarious, but what's the most absurd thing you've done to look like a functioning adult? Thanks, Linda. Hope you're dodging those alligators. Most absurd thing? Probably the time I bought a $200 planner because I thought it'd make me organized. Spoiler, it's a very expensive paperweight now. I wrote Be Productive on January 1st and haven't touched it since. Thanks for the question, Linda. Stay safe out there. All right, let's keep this train rolling and talk about the absurdity of waiting. Oh man, waiting is a sport in America. You ever been to the post office? It's like stepping into a time machine set to 1985. I'm standing in line, clutching a package, and the guy in front of me is arguing about a 3-cent stamp like it's his life's mission. I've gotten so good at waiting, I could teach a masterclass. I've got the stance, lean to one side, phone in hand, pretending I'm not eavesdropping on the stamp guy's life story. I'm a pro at looking busy while doing absolutely nothing. But what's the payoff? I get to the counter, mail my package, and realize I forgot the zip code. Now I'm back in line, perfecting my craft. You ever get weirdly competitive in a line? Like, oh, this guy thinks he's going to get to the counter first? Watch me shuffle forward an inch. We're out here fighting for pole position in a race nobody wants to run. And don't even get me started on the grocery store. The grocery store is a circus, and I'm the ringmaster of avoiding chaos. I'm a pro at dodging the free sample lady like I'm in Mission Impossible. You know her. She's got her tray of cheese cubes, and one wrong glance, and you're trapped in a 10-minute conversation about artisanal cheddar. I've got this down to a science. I can head down, cart swerve, fake a phone call. Yeah, sorry, my dog's stuck in a tree. Boom, I'm in and out with my budget ramen and no regrets. It's a skill, sure, but it's not like I'm putting sample evasion on my LinkedIn, although maybe I should. You think that's a transferable skill? Jake, how do you handle high-pressure situations? Well, I once scanned a frozen pizza without summoning a manager, so hire me. Let's talk about another daily absurdity, the pressure to be a functioning adult. You ever feel like you're faking it? I'm 35 and I still don't know how to iron a shirt without burning it.
I've got this ironing board I bought because I thought it'd make me a grown-up. Used it once, scorched a hole in my favorite tee, and now it's a very expensive laundry rack. But I'm great at pretending I've got it together. I can walk into a meeting, nod along like I understand quarterly projections, and nobody knows I'm mentally planning my Taco Bell order. It's a useless skill, but it's keeping me afloat. Barely. Oh, another fake email. This one is from Chad in California. Chad writes, Jake, you're too real, but what's the dumbest purchase you've ever made? Oh, Chad, you're speaking my language. Dumbest purchase? Probably the $50 smart water bottle that reminds me to drink water. Yeah, I needed a $50 bottle to tell me I'm dehydrated. Spoiler, I still don't drink enough water, but now I'm broke and thirsty. Thanks for the question, Chad. Keep it surfing out there or whatever you do. All right, let's dive into another absurdity. Our obsession with collecting stuff we don't need. I've got a drawer in my house I call the cable graveyard. It's got like 17 USB cords, a random HDMI cable, and...
All right, let's dive into another absurdity. Our obsession with collecting stuff we don't need. I've got a drawer in my house I call the cable graveyard. It's got like 17 USB cords, a random HDMI cable, and something that looks like it belongs in a spaceship. Why do I keep them? Because one day I might need to charge a flip phone from 2004. You never know. And don't get me started on kitchen gadgets. I bought a spiralizer because I saw it on Instagram. Thought I'd be out here making zucchini noodles like a health guru. Nope, that thing's been in my cupboard so long it's probably unionized with the can opener. Why do we hoard this stuff? Why do I have a drawer full of takeout menus from restaurants that closed a decade ago? You ever buy something and immediately regret it? Tell me I'm not alone. And speaking of regrets, let's talk about the side hustle. Oh, you know this one. You can't just have a job anymore. You gotta have a passion project that's gonna make you rich. I tried starting a podcast, well, besides this one, obviously. Thought I'd do one about artisanal coffee. Spent $300 on a microphone, recorded one episode, and realized I don't even like coffee that much. Now that mic's in the cable graveyard mocking me. But everyone's out here selling candles on Etsy or drop shipping yoga mats. And I'm like, can I just go to work, come home, and watch The Bachelor without feeling like a failure? Apparently not. Society's like, Jake, monetize your downtime. Nah, I'm good. My downtime's for eating chips and yelling at my TV. You know what else is absurd? The way we've gamified health. I got this fitness tracker that's basically my personal drill sergeant. If I don't hit 10,000 steps, it vibrates like it's disappointed in me. I'm out here pacing my apartment at midnight just to shut it up. And it's not just steps, it's tracking my sleep, my heart rate, my mindfulness minutes. Bro, I'm not mindful. I'm thinking about tacos 90% of the time. But I'm weirdly good at gaming this thing. I'll shake my wrist like I'm auditioning for a maraca band just to fake some steps. Useless? Totally. Satisfying? You bet. You ever cheat your fitness tracker? Don't lie to me. I know you're out there shaking your wrist too. Let's keep this train moving and talk about the absurdity of finding yourself. Oh, you've heard this one. You got to go on a journey, eat, pray, love your way through a farmer's market, or take a quiz to discover you're a visionary trailblazer or whatever. I took one of those quizzes, and it told me I'm a chaotic dreamer. Sounds like a rejected superhero name. But I tried it, okay? I went on a self-discovery hike in the woods, ended up getting lost, arguing with a squirrel, and Googling, do squirrels hold grudges? Spoiler, they might. So, yeah, I'm still just Jake, a guy with a cable graveyard and a questionable life plan. Oh, one more fake email because you guys are relentless. This one's from Sarah in Oregon. Sarah writes, Jake, what's the most absurd life hack you've tried? Great question, Sarah. Probably the time I tried to biohack my sleep by wearing blue light glasses at night. Looked like I was auditioning for The Matrix, and I still didn't sleep. Now those glasses are in the cable graveyard judging me. Thanks, Sarah. Keep it weird in Portland. Let's dive into another absurdity, the quest to keep up with trends. You ever notice how we're all chasing the next big thing like it's going to change our lives? I got sucked into the air fryer craze. Everyone on X was like, you gotta get an air fryer, Jake, it's a game changer. So I bought one, thinking I'd be out here making restaurant-quality winks. First attempt, I turned a chicken breast into a hockey puck. Now that air fryer's in my kitchen collecting dust next to the juicer I used twice. Why do we do this? Why do we think a $100 appliance is gonna turn us into Gordon Ramsay? You ever buy into a trend and immediately regret it? Like, I'm still recovering from the time I tried to KonMari my apartment. Ended up with a closet full of joy-sparking socks and no idea where my tax documents went. And speaking of trends, let's talk about the obsession with smart everything. I got a smart thermostat that's supposed to save me money. Spoiler, it doesn't. It just yells at me when I set the AC too low. Optimal temperature exceeded. Okay, calm down, Skynet. I'm just trying not to sweat through my shirt. But I've gotten good at arguing with this thing. I'll stand there pushing buttons, muttering, I pay the bills, not you. It's a skill, sure, but it's not like I'm putting thermostat negotiator on my business card. You ever argue with your appliances? Tell me I'm not the only one yelling at a toaster. Let's keep this going and talk about the absurdity of social media. Oh man, I'm a pro at crafting the perfect X-post. I can spend 20 minutes tweaking a 280-character joke about my coffee order, and when I hit post, I'm refreshing like a maniac, waiting for those likes. I've got this down to a science. Throw in a hashtag, maybe a GIF, and boom, I'm viral in my own head. But what's the payoff? 3 likes from my mom and a bot trying to sell me crypto. Why do we do this? Why do I care if Coffee Lovers 69 thinks my latte joke is funny? You ever get sucked into the social media vortex? Like you're scrolling at 2 a.m. arguing with a stranger about pizza toppings? That's peak absurdity right there. Oh, another fake email. This one's from Tom in Nevada. Tom writes, Jake, you're killing it, but what's the most ridiculous thing you've tried to go viral? Thanks, Tom. Hope you're winning at those slot machines. Most ridiculous thing? Probably the time I tried to start a TikTok dance trend in my living room. Thought I'd be the next big thing. Ended up pulling a hamstring and scaring my cat. 0 views, 1 ice pack. Thanks for the question, Tom. Stay lucky out there. All right, let's talk about another useless skill. Mastering the art of parallel parking. Oh, you know this one. You're in a crowded city, circling like a vulture, and you spot a space that's barely bigger than a shopping cart. I'm like a surgeon with my sedan. Angle in, adjust, ignore the guy honking behind me. I've got this down to a science. I can park so perfectly the car looks like it was photoshopped into the spot. But what's the reward? I get to pay $8 for 30 minutes of parking and a ticket because I didn't see the no parking on Tuesday sign. You ever nail a parallel park and feel like you deserve a parade? Like, where's my confetti? And don't get me started on the absurdity of subscription services. I'm subscribed to like 47 streaming platforms, a meal kit that sends me kale I'll never eat, and a Sock of the Month club because apparently I needed novelty socks with tacos on them. I'm so good at managing these subscriptions, I could teach a course. I know exactly when to cancel before the free trial ends, how to sweet-talk customer service into a discount, and which email address to use for the new user promo. But what's the point? I'm spending $200 a month to watch reruns of Friends and wear socks that make my coworkers question my life choices. You ever sign up for something and immediately forget why? Like, why am I getting a box of artisanal toothpicks every month? Let's talk about the absurdity of adulting in 2025. You ever feel like you're just playing a role? Like, I'm 35 and I still don't know how to iron a shirt without burning it. I've got this ironing board I bought because I thought it'd make me a grown-up, used it once, scorched a hole in my favorite tea, and now it's a very expensive laundry rack. But I'm great at pretending I've got it together. I can walk into a meeting, nod along like I understand quarterly projections, and nobody knows I'm mentally debating whether to get tacos or pizza for dinner. It's a useless skill, but it's keeping me afloat. Barely. Oh, one more fake email because you guys are relentless. This one's from Emily in Colorado. Emily writes, Jake, what's the most absurd thing you've done to seem productive? Great question, Emily. Probably the time I color-coded my fridge to optimize my grocery organization. Spent 3 hours labeling shelves, dairy, veggies, condiments, only to realize I only buy beer and hot sauce. Now my fridge looks like a kindergarten project, and I'm still eating cereal for dinner. Thanks, Emily. Keep rocking those Rockies. All right, let's wrap this up with one final absurdity. The quest to find yourself. Oh, you've heard this one. You got to go on a journey, meditate in the forest, or take a quiz to discover you're a whimsical wanderer or whatever. I took one of those quizzes, and it told me I'm a chaotic dreamer. Sounds like a rejected superhero meme. But I tried it, okay? I went on a self-discovery camping trip, thought I'd commune with nature, find my purpose,
ended up getting lost, yelling at a squirrel, and Googling, "Can squirrels steal your soul?" Spoiler, they might. So yeah, I'm still just Jake, a guy with a cable graveyard, a burnt shirt, and a grudge-holding squirrel in my backyard. And here's the twist, folks. All these absurdities, the earbud untangling, the self-checkout battles, the artisanal toothpicks, they're not just random chaos. They're us. They're the weird, messy, hilarious ways we try to make sense of this wild ride called life. So next time you're juggling avocados or arguing with a smart thermostat, just laugh. Because if you can't find the humor in that, well, you're probably that squirrel, and I know you're still out there, plotting revenge. Thanks for listening, folks. I'll catch you next time on Daily Absurdities. Stay absurd out there.
Thanks for listening.